Hey folks, what's going on? So yesterday we defined what a trigger point was. Today I want to talk about the causes. The causes tend to overlap each other, and you're going to have to kind of decide for yourself in your own lifestyle what may be causing your path to pain, which are trigger points. Okay, so we got trigger point in the middle here. Alright, now what we got here is overuse. Overuse could be anything from things that you do at work that you can't control to the way you play or have hobbies that you can't control, or tasks you got to do at home. Like say you're raking on a Saturday for 6 hours and you're doing it the same way. Well, that's an overuse injury that's going to create trigger points, and that's what's going to give you your pain. You've got posture. Now, posture could be the way you sit, stand, sleep, play. Again, overlapping a little bit with overuse, okay? Because that is going to dictate the way your posture starts to set itself. And that again is going to create trigger points due to the biomechanical push and pull, tension, length tension relationships on the body, and that's a good thing to look at. You've got poor circulation. Now, poor circulation has a lot to do with overuse and posture. As you can see, things are starting to overlap. Poor circulation can also be the way you exercise. Maybe you're doing too much of one muscle group, not enough of the other group, which is going to put on stress that is going to allow that trigger point phenomenon to take place. So congenital, there's not much you can do about that if you're born with some abnormal postural deficiency. Bones may be kind of bent or shorter than others. That's something that can relate to posture in itself. And then again, overuse, because now you're doing things biomechanically not efficient, but there's not much you can do about that. Immobilization. Let's say you sprain something and you get put in a brace. Well, that's going to eliminate the range of motion of that area, which is going to create trigger points. All right? You got your nutrition. This is something that's so huge, folks. Down the line, I'd love to do a lot of education on this, but right now, we got to educate you. Trigger points, submyofascial release, the path to pain, how to improve your posture, and obviously your performance. So, but looking at nutrition, our vitamins, our minerals, our phytonutrients, trace minerals, all these things we're not getting today in our daily intake of food. It's just the way it is. It's very rare someone eats clean. It's very expensive to do. We understand that. So, but nutrition does play a huge role in creating trigger points. So by trying to eat a little bit better and by doing self-myofascial release, you're going to help to balance out, or at least put yourself from going further in the negative on creating trigger points. All right, dehydration. Come on now, Peanut, drink water, drink water, drink water. I say it every day. Enough said about that. Sleep. How much sleep are you getting? Are you getting too much? Are you getting too little? This is something that is also going to create trigger points. Not only is it the amount of time that we sleep, but it kind of comes back to the posture. How are we sleeping? Are you sleeping kind of weird, putting yourself in an overused position? Or are you sleeping correctly but sleeping too long and being immobile, and then as a result having poor circulation? Do you start to see the picture here? Alright, drugs and alcohol. Drugs can be recreational, they could also be prescribed. Drugs are going to tax the liver, they're going to have different roles on vitamin and mineral uptake, as well as it's going to kind of take the central nervous system, confuse some things that are supposed to be communicated, and as a result you're going to have trigger points. Alright? Now, that's something that we can control to a degree. Sometimes it's a little bit more in the psychological range. Okay, so we're skipping up the psychological. That could be emotions, anxiety, depression. There's acute and chronic of that. Death in the family becomes acute. Something that you can't let go of becomes chronic. All of these things play a huge role in the way we hold ourselves posturally. Come back to posture. And, it can affect the way we eat, sleep. Oh, there we go. All of the things. So you can see it's very hard to pinpoint how a trigger point is truly caused. These are the issues that we need to look at. And then we've got our infections and our illnesses, okay? Now, infections and illnesses go very, very, very hand in hand with hormonal imbalances, which we can start to bring up to nutrition, but and continue, but I won't spare you guys. But the infections and illnesses are things that happen for whatever reason. Our immune system is down, we're overworked, we do overuse, just our immune system's down, okay? We get some sort of illness, disease, sickness, what happens is our tissue isn't as healthy. It's fighting to get rid of the infection, and as a result, not enough energy is put towards keeping the muscle health and the muscle metabolism going, and we can create trigger points that way. Plus, there's the immobilization. All right, I lied. We're going back to it. So immobilization from being sick can also give you trigger points. So looking at the big picture here, we could continue to tie all these things together. You see the big picture here. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is it that I can eliminate? What can I fix? How can I make a healthier habit? What can I let go of? And that's going to minimize your trigger point activations and your developments of trigger points. It's also going to help to, when you go to deactivate, which we'll talk about tomorrow, the trigger points is going to help to hold that deactivation as a long-term effect. So tomorrow we'll talk about deactivation, folks, but tonight let's take a look in the mirror and decide what can we do to help ourselves to prevent trigger points. Thanks for watching. Grab your peanut, hit some spots on the peanut, do some peanutting, folks. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, all right? Eat healthy, don't stay immobile, all right? And, you know, make sure we get plenty of sleep, all right? I'll continue, but I won't. Thanks for watching again. Be well.